read some absolute horror stories where people have been given like €300 fines just for even driving past a sign.
I hope it's as good as it looks like in the photos. Decided that we're not going to go that far, even though we're a couple of hours drive I think from the Algarve. So hi everyone and welcome to our channel. We are Hannah and Jonny, also known as Finding Our Adventure. In 2020 we converted our Ford Transit to live in full time. Since then, we've been on an endless adventure with our two cats, Tia and Skye, exploring, living and working in our tiny home. Join us each week for a new episode of Finding Our Adventure.
Good afternoon everybody. We have driven about an hour and a half further south again from where we were yesterday and we've come to another beach. It's a lot later in the afternoon now because we did all of our chores in the van this morning. We did a food shop and by the time we got down here and bumped into some people that we had a long chat with, it's now almost 6 p.m. but we're excited because we've been told it's very quiet along this stretch of coastline because the Portuguese government have apparently learned from overdeveloping the Algarve and they've kept all of this stretch pretty much undeveloped. So we are very excited to start exploring around here.
Yeah, and we've just walked through a campsite because I think it's private, this part of the beach, but it's really cool. I hope it's as good as it looks like in the photos. So we'll show you in a minute.
We're almost there.
So this beach is absolutely incredible. So I saw it on Google Maps and I was like, I've got to go there. So this place is basically, I don't know, it feels like a desert. It's got these really cool rock formations just behind the beach. I think they're made of sandstone and they're just like, they've eroded into these beautiful patterns all over. And it just feels like a different planet, like Mars, or yeah, just out of this world really. It doesn't really feel like it should be here. And the beach as well is stunning. It just rolls for miles and miles and it's a very clear day. I think we're going to get a really nice sunset and yeah, just very nice beach. This region that we're in is Alentejo, I think is how you say it, and it's a very quiet region with it's not been as busy as the other beaches we've been to. It's fairly quiet, quite underdeveloped, and just a really nice spot. So definitely enjoying this place so far and excited to explore it a little bit more. So we're coming up to our last few days here in Portugal, and we have loved every minute of it so far. It's definitely been better weather further south we've gone, and we were planning to go down to the Algarve, but because of it being the time of year that we are here at the moment, which is August, and it's kind of peak holiday season, we knew that it was going to be really busy, so we decided that we're not going to go that far, even though we're a couple of hours drive I think from the Algarve. So so we decided to avoid it, and after speaking to the guys we met earlier, they said it was really busy, and I think it's really hard for campervans, so I think we've made the right decision that we've decided to avoid it this time, but we would like to go and visit it another time, but just not now. So yeah, very excited to explore a bit more of Portugal, and after this we are going to be heading a bit further north, but it's all still open book. We're planning as we're going along, which is making the trip really enjoyable and definitely feels less stressful. We've got a rough idea of how many days we've got left, so we're working around that, and we'll see how far south we get. And this beach is so nice that the sand here is like, the only way I can describe it, it's like brown sugar. And it's so good because it just falls right off your hand, like it doesn't stick. It's that kind of sand that it's really nice and easy just to like rub off your legs and feet at the end of the day, which is perfect.
We've just been watching an epic sunset on this beach. It's actually really quiet. I can see a handful of other people along this massive stretch of beach, so it's so much quieter than the beach we were at yesterday, which is really nice. It's a beautiful golden sunset. It's perfectly calm and still. There's no wind, and yeah, we've just been having a really good time flying a drone, running along the beach, getting some awesome shots, and now we're going to head back to the van and go find tonight's park up, which is a bit of a special one that Hannah's found. Good morning everybody. We stayed very close to a safari park last night. There's a church here and it's got a big car park that we're allowed to stay at, and it's just outside a safari park. And last night when we got here we could hear some of the animals making noises, and we could also hear them making noises this morning. And so that was really cool. And we got Tia and Skye out for a little walk this morning, and then I think when the sun burns through we're going to head to another beach a little further south today and just continue to explore the coastline.
So this morning we have arrived at a beautiful beach. There are cliffs to one side and then sand dunes on the other, and it looks like it's a really popular surfing spot. So we've got the surfboard out and I think we're going to go and enjoy some waves. So the beach has just been covered in sea mist I think, and we were able to see the ocean about 5 minutes ago, and now it's just completely covered, which is really weird, and we can't see either end of the beach now. So the ocean is just over there, and it's just cloudy.
So 20 minutes later, the sea mist is all cleared, and I'm going to put my wetsuit on now and go for a quick surf.
We had a great time on the beach surfing, and I surprised myself. I actually stood up quite a few times and I was riding the waves in, so I was very proud of myself, and Jonny even cried. He was so proud. And then and now we're back in the van, we're having a late lunch, and I think we're going to go back to the beach, maybe go for a little wander because the sun's out, and yeah, really enjoying it here. So yeah, and Jonny's got a really nice frozen looks really gross. All of our chocolates got melted and then I've had to put it all in the fridge, so nice cold chocolate.
Good afternoon everybody. We have just arrived at a beautiful parking location. It's actually a farm that's owned by a Portuguese German family, and they've got like a dedicated campervan parking spot. Last night we went into a town because they had showers, hot showers for free that we were able to use after the beach, which was really nice. And then we've driven here today. And the reason we've come here is because it's very difficult to find places to park along the coast. This part of the west coast of Portugal is very protected because the government, the Portuguese government, apparently learnt a lot of lessons from the Algarve and how busy that's become, and they're really cracking down on protecting this area, which makes it very complicated to do van life here. And one of the complicated things that we've read online a lot is that even beach car parks, vans are moved on during the day. So it's very difficult to even go to see the beaches and stuff, and some towns apparently are saying no to vans and not letting vans come through. So we're finding it very difficult to find the beaches that we want to go to, but also whether we're just going to get kicked out of them and turned away by the police. So that's why we've come here, because they're welcoming. It's €10 to stay here for the night, which is great. It's very beautiful, and I think we can walk to a beach from here as well. So yeah, figuring out as we go, and we've got the last few days on this part of the coast before we start heading back inland a little bit. We are out for a nice sunset walk. We're heading to the coast, and the land that we're staying on, the lady just showed us around all of her chickens, and one of the chickens has actually just had some baby chicks hatched today, which was really cool. And then she was showing us her other chicken that's recently hatched 8 little chicks, and they're all doing really well. So that was really fun to see. And now we're heading along this road, and apparently there's a rich guy along here who owns some land, and he has zebra on the land, so we might spot those as we walk along. And it's just really cool around here. We're walking past all the vineyards now, and it's just so different from where we were in central Portugal. It's just so much more remote and feels a lot more wild and untouched. So it's a really cool place to be.
Good evening everybody. So today we spent the day at the beach and we've just been chilling there. We were hoping to get some time in the ocean and do some surfing, but the waves today were only like 1 foot, so we just admired them from a distance. And now we are parked up at I'd like to call it like a homestay park up. It's cost €10 for the night, and it has all the facilities you need really, like hot showers, toilets, places to wash up, places to fill your water up and empty your toilet and everything. So great spot for €10, not too bad. Owners here very friendly, and there's also a really nice relaxing area with hammocks and like a barbecue spot as well. So yeah, so it's very nice.
The reason we're staying at this really cool homestay, and it's really cool to stay here, and we also stayed at that one yesterday as well, is, as we touched on a little bit, it's very difficult to stay anywhere around this region. As I said yesterday, it's been kind of ruined over the last couple of years by so many vans coming and just being a bit disrespectful to the area, and the government has really cracked down on it, almost to the point where even towns have signs saying no vans allowed. There's official signs stopping vans coming in, and we've read some absolute horror stories where people have been given like €300 fines just for even driving past a sign in a town. So it's just become a bit stressful to find somewhere to park every night, or even to decide where we're going for the day, because some villages, as I said, don't let you even go to them, so you can turn up and potentially get a fine. We think that the laws are slightly relaxing compared to a year ago, so they do let you go to some towns now, but we don't have enough information on it, and we're deciding that we're going to escape this area and start heading further north and away from Portugal, because we're just spending so much time every day looking for somewhere to park, and it's just taken away from the experience a little bit. But we have had an epic time here. The beaches have been incredible. It's just been so much fun, and we've had such a cool time. But yeah, it's time to move on, and so this is the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and we'll see you next week as we start to leave Portugal and head back up north. See you then.